Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video, and on today's video it's going to be a really fun one. We will be making like a apartment complex slash like kind of like a clothes store, but like a premium clothes store. I don't know, I just want to make it look a little bit nicer than some other builds I've done before, and to be polar opposite of Kidcore. Now this is actually my second time recording this. I didn't notice that my mic was muted, so there's just a big empty like line of nothing, so that was really fun, but like I was saying before, there's always someone in your way when you're trying to build. So I don't know why this is, especially like Flick and him just always seem to be in your way when you're trying to build something. Don't know why that is, but I wanted to make this in like kind of a staggered pattern, just to be, I guess, not straight, just to have like some more interest to the build. So I kind of built it off like center from each other to hopefully create some depth. Well, as much as you can in Animal Crossing, at least. Hopefully it will look good. But yeah, so now what I'm going to do is fill in the rest of this with just this like sidewalk pathing. I want to do the same for above too. I know you probably won't be able to see the ones up here, but I do it anyways just to help cover up the green as much as possible. Same thing at the bottom too. Like it'll be covered, but with this brick right here, it's kind of the fancier brick, gonna help ties it together and breaks up all the grays. Like I said before, it just, I don't know, every little thing helps. And now that this part is done, I went ahead and filled in the rest of the sidewalk. And then also too, I need to fill in the road. So that is another big thing. Not really a big thing, just a little thing we gotta get done today. And then we can actually start with the build. And the road is pretty straight. In later videos, I'm gonna change that. Just with the path I'm using, you can't really create it like at an angle, I guess. You can only be like very, very straight. So I'm gonna work on that and see what I can do to fix that. And now that that's done, we can actually start placing down some like actual items and hopefully come up with a good build. Now I went ahead and ordered some different wide display stands. I wanted different ones that weren't just white. I wanted to see if I can kind of incorporate some different color ones. So I got like this marble one and some black ones to see if I like them like any better. And I actually decided to use the black ones. I actually think they'll look really good and cool in this build, so I wanted to incorporate those. And instead of everything being like straight across or like backwards, I wanted to see if I can build them sideways to see what that looked like. So I wanted to try that out too. And while I was building this, I was trying to figure out how I can actually make this into a clothes shop, because in my fashion, I was kind of winging it to hopefully come up with something good. I had some ideas before, stuff that I screenshotted and just other ideas that came to my mind that I wrote down to hopefully come up with something pretty good. For right now, I want to kind of make the base and then see what kind of happens. I wanted to add one of those tanks behind here just to make it look like there was a ladder going up. I really think this is a good idea for anyone making really big buildings. It just kind of adds a lot more, and I feel like it's really cool. It acts like almost like an air conditioning unit or something. I just think it's kind of cool. And then, I don't know, it kind of breaks up from having to use utility poles all the time, because I really do like using those. And right now I'm just kind of see if I like the look of it, and I do. It's kind of wild that you can see like the wood. It almost looks like some like cheap, like, you know, Walmart or IKEA furniture that you can get. It's kind of funny seeing that. I don't know if y'all have ever purchased anything from IKEA, but it has like that fake like wood panel going across. I don't know. Anyways, now that that is done, we can actually start placing down some more wide display stands. I went ahead and made one with a window in front of it just to help with the build a little bit more. I feel like that's really necessary and something you need. And I wanted to try out this sink. It's going backwards. It's like a 3-person sink or something. I've used it in my construction build. I feel like it kind of looks cool, and it matches very well with like this plant partition thing. And I don't know, I kind of like it, and I think it works. And really, it's going to be covered up anyway, so you're not going to really be able to tell what's up there unless you kind of look down. So maybe between me and you all, it's going to be there because no one else is really going to know. And the same thing for the front here. All I did was add some more wide display stands and one with a window in front of it. Now, I didn't like how the window was just right there. It was kind of too repetitive and I didn't want that, so I just moved it over here and it looks a lot better. And just to fill in the rest of this part, all I did was add, you guessed it, another wide display stand to help fill in the area some more. And I was actually worried that I didn't have enough because I didn't want to keep time traveling for more items. Thankfully, I ordered just enough for this part of the build, and I actually really like it. All of our other buildings have been white, so using black has been a lot different, but I really like the look of it. And now we can actually decorate the front of it to actually create like a shop front. So I just added some more of these like doors in front of it and pushed them in. This really does help. It's kind of weird not using the wide display stands because I've never actually used black or like that marble color. So it's kind of cool to actually use something different for once. And in the front, all I did was add like these stack of like shirts to help, like, I don't know, show that it is like a clothes store of some sort. Again, all my builds are going to be very minimalistic. I don't want to add too much stuff to it. I feel like that's taking away from the concept that we're creating here. I feel like Monochrome-core should be very simple. It doesn't have to be anything too crazy. Now, I know I am making some pretty big builds around here, but the builds make up this part of the island. It's not going to be the items, even though the builds are items, but you know what I mean. And to kind of fill in this car to where it doesn't look like it's protruding over, I just added a safety railing to help kind of cage that in some, so it doesn't look like we're protruding over like into like their parking spot. And somehow, some way, I made a simple panel but didn't add a design. There we go. And again, this is just kind of help covering up like the build just a little bit more. I really like the stone path. It's free. You don't have to use up like a code path like at all. And just some pipes again to stay with the theme that we're going for here. Now, I wanted to incorporate some more clothes items. Not too much, just some stuff like general stuff, like nothing too crazy. Again, this is a little bit more fancier, so I wanted to add a rope partition. I feel like this is really cool, and this item's rarely used, I feel like, at least in builds that I see. So I really feel like this item's not used as it should be. And now, the clothes rack, I know it has different colors on it, but hear me out. I couldn't find anyone with a different color scheme to it, so level with me there. At least the piping around it is silver. Then I did add like a shopping bag to help, you know, kind of symbolize a store, I guess. But I feel like it looks really good. And like I said, very simple and to the point, and that's what we want. And over here on the side again, I wanted to add something over here, but I didn't know quite what just yet. I didn't know if the stacked shopping carts would look good, or even like a utility pole to give it some more height. Was kind of lost. So I just added a round street lamp to fill it in some more. I feel like this looks pretty good, and I feel like at nighttime this place is gonna look really cool. I honestly haven't even looked at night like time myself, but yeah. And to fill in the area some more, just add a trash can. But I think overall this looks pretty good. So that is our clothes shop portion. Now over here, I wanted to add another apartment style building. So we went back to the white wide display stands. I feel like this is going to look really good, especially right beside the black. I feel like it's going to create that monochrome aesthetic that we're going for. The more builds I make like this, I really wish that something in the game could be like this. Kind of just like random buildings that you could put down anywhere. I just feel like that would be so cool. Just like resident services or like Nook's Cranny, just something like that. Like more builds that you can actually just place down. I feel like that would be really cool for the game. Definitely a different game mechanic. Imagine like all your villagers actually living in like an apartment complex. I don't know, I just feel like that'd be pretty cool. Just my little take on it. Right now I'm just getting the size of the build and wanted to see how it would look and match up to the other side. And honestly, I was really liking how it was turning out, so I went ahead and started decorating the above portion. So I wanted to add, again, some more simple panels to make like this fake like sliding door, because what we're doing is we're making it look like the apartments are only at the top, not the bottom. There can be like an entrance at the bottom to get to the top. I just feel like this is kind of a cool idea. This is at least what I envision when I'm making these, is that all the apartments are at the very top and the villagers can come out, or whoever lives here. And I just add some greenery and an AC unit because it might be hot. I don't know. I just wanted to add that. And again, just some more sliding doors to help fill it in. And I do have to build one out to be able to place down another simple panel here. I always forget to do this. I don't know why. Don't know. I've been playing this game for thousands of hours now, and even some of the simplest stuff I still forget to do. I don't know. I'm sure that there's a lot of people in my shoes. This game has been out for a while now, and honestly, I cannot wait. Totally off subject. I cannot wait for the new one. Hopefully we do get a new game next year. That would be really cool. I would definitely look forward to it. I'm sure a lot of you guys would too. Hopefully, cross your fingers that a new game does come out. I've been seeing a lot of rumors and speculations about stuff with like the new Switch and stuff releasing. That would be really cool. The Switch 2 or something. I don't know what it's called. But regardless, that would be really cool to be able to play a new game and start it with you all. I mean, that honestly would be really fun. I do hope something like that does come true. And now that we're done decorating the house, I went ahead and added some utility poles. And what I did, I kind of actually made the utility poles go a different way just to give the build some more interest. I really do feel like this adds a lot to a build. I left that one kind of going forward and the other two going two different directions. I just feel like that looks really clean and good. And you can actually see from the top here, again, very simple, nothing too crazy. And now we can actually start decorating kind of with the front. At first, I didn't know if I wanted to expand out this area just a little bit more for the time being. So I did just a little bit. I wanted to add some sidewalk pathing, so I didn't give you guys an incomplete build. And now in the front of here, this was kind of confusing for me because like I said, I didn't want to add houses down here. This is more of like an entrance to get to the apartment complex itself. So I just wanted to add some very simple panels to the build to just help out a little bit. Didn't want to add too much. In the front, I started just thinking of different things. So I just created like a little patio. Again, something cute, and I feel like this is very fitting, especially with a fancier area. Just adding, simple things. And I didn't know if I wanted to add like a fence or not, just to help kind of break up, the two different parts. I did try that out, but I didn't like it. I feel like it was taking up too much space. Also, kicked up a path. Don't know why. But I didn't know if I wanted to add something like that to actually cover it up, because I feel like it would be, just show up way too much. I didn't want it to give it that much height. So I did have some other like smaller fences I can add. And I did just that. I just added a simple little fence there to help kind of, fill in the space a little bit more. And then I did the same thing on this other side here, but with a different color. And in the middle, I wanted to add, like a bench or something just to help fill it in. So I did do that. I added one of the plastic benches. Why not? It's like a little cute sitting area. I feel like that's pretty cute. And over here, again, just to kind of help fill in the area for the time being, I went ahead and added just another plant partition to cover it up some more. And for the street, I just wanted to add a little car. It's a fancy place, so why not give it a luxury car? Super cute. And I feel like that is actually the end of this. So let's go ahead and do our final walkthrough. And that wraps up today's build. I feel like this is kind of like a little shopping center or something. I don't know. just something cute and modern for you guys. Hopefully you all can get some inspiration from this build. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, all your nice comments and stuff. Again, thank you guys so much for everything, and until next time.